Jackrabbits will be taking on Bison. Right now, Tori Nelson being honored at center court for amazing accomplishments. The senior for the Jackrabbits. An incredible stat line so far, but it's not over yet. Tori Nelson will be in the starting lineup tonight. So after the fanfare, we to today's starting lineups. So first up is going to be guard 6'3" sophomore out of Edwardsville, Illinois. Next out of the chute is guard 5'10" senior from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Next down the line giving high fives is number 40, Abby Krizwinski. That one's going to be hard for me later tonight, I can tell already. Guard 5'11" freshman out of Wayzata, Minnesota. And the last one down the chute is 6'2" freshman, 6'2" forward junior Abby Draper out of Waverly, Iowa. And now Jackrabbit is getting hyped up near the SDSU chute as we get ready to announce tonight's starting lineups for SDSU. Like I said already, Tori Nelson will be in the starting lineup tonight. The senior, 6'1" freshman. Of course, one of the great leaders on this Jackrabbit women's basketball team, especially with all the injuries that this team has taken throughout the season. I'm sure that Coach Aaron Johnston is really appreciative of his senior leaders that he can keep on the court throughout the season and heading into the postseason now for the Jackrabbits. There's not much riding on this game. It's the first and the second teams in the Summit League. SDSU leads over NDSU by 2 games, so not much will change here, but it will be a good signifier going in to Summit League championships here. And now all the crowd on their feet. And we begin this starting lineup for the SDSU Jackrabbits. So the Jackrabbits now ready. And the fanfare continues. The starting lineups are now being announced. First out for the Jackrabbits, it will be number 3, Madison Mathowitz, the guard, 5'10" sophomore. Next out of the chute for the Jackrabbits is number 21, Paige Meyer, the guard, 5'6" junior. One of the star players for this Jackrabbit women's basketball team. And now here's Tori Nelson, number 21, that senior, 6'1". Forward.
Fourth out of the chute is number 24, Mesa Bio, forward 6'2", junior. And last but not least for the Jackrabbits women's basketball team, number 31, Brooklyn Meyer, 6'2", forward, sophomore. The stands are packed here in Frost Arena, which will be potentially the last game ever played in Frost Arena, which will soon become First Bank and Trust Arena after remodels being conducted, potentially immediately following this game, which will be a nice investment for South Dakota State University heading into athletics in the future.
So number 31, Brooklyn Meyer, and number 21, Elle Evans, out in the middle to take the jump ball.
Jackrabbit is up. Go Green, go Blue.
And Brooklyn Meyer will get the jump ball back to Paige Meyer, who will take it across half court into Bison territory. Paige Meyer is going to pass to Tori Nelson. Nelson to Byam. Byam back to Meyer, who's on the near side of the three-point line. Gives to Nelson, who goes to far side to Mathewitz. And now Paige Meyer has it in the middle. Nelson makes a long pass over to Mathewitz, who charges towards the basket on the far side of the three-point line. But she runs back and gives to Paige Meyer, who charges towards the center line. Shot clock at 1 second, and Meyer takes a shot, but that one airballed. That goes out of bounds. So the Bison are going to throw it in. And that's Kruwinski, who gives to Schulte. Schulte has it now for the Bison, and she gives to Hamling. Hamling has it, pivoting, gives back to Schulte. Schulte to Evans. Evans has it. Evans passes outside to Kruwinski, who goes under the basket, puts up a layup. That one's no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn Meyer for the Jackrabbits. And she passes to Paige Meyer, who passes to Nelson. Nelson back to Meyer, who has it in Bison territory. She charges towards the basket, runs into a defender, falls over, and a whistle. Paige Meyer hit the floor hard there, still not up. And referees calling for trainers, and Colbeck ready to sub in for Paige Meyer. There will be a foul assessed after. And Meyer's still not able to get up. Trainers over there now. So we are going to step away until the trainers come back and we have a clear court so we can get back into play. And we'll be right back after this. All right, so we just took a quick break there, and then we're back. Meyer able to walk away under her own power. And Colbeck's going to sub in to take the free throw shots for Meyer, and she makes the first one, putting the first points on the board for the Jackrabbits and the second one. So now it's 2-0, and the Jackrabbits lead with 8:46 left to go in the first quarter. Now the Bison have it. It's going to be Elle Evans, who passes to Kruwinski, who shoots for three and makes it. The Bison going to take a 1-point lead now. 3-2, Jackrabbits in a 1-point deficit. Colbeck takes it across half court. She passes to Nelson. Nelson to Mathewitz. Mathewitz passes inside to Brooklyn Meyer, who puts up a layup, and that one is good. The Jackrabbits are going to take a 1-point lead over the Bison. It's 4-3 now. 8:16 left to go in the first quarter. Kruwinski has it for the Bison. She passes to Draper, who loses control of the ball, but regains control. Took a couple wild bounces there. She passes to Evans. Evans gets it stolen away by Mathewitz. Mathewitz on a breakaway shot gets fouled. So Mathewitz is going to get her shot at 2 for free. Mathewitz first is good. Jackrabbits take a 2-point lead over the Bison. And the second is also good. Jack so far 100% on free throws, although there's only been 4. It's 6-3. Jackrabbits up. 7:52 left in the first. Fans getting angry about a missed call on the Bison. A 3-point shot there by Hamling, but that one was no good, was long.
Mathewitz has it for the Jackrabbits, charging towards Bison territory. Passes to Byam, back to Nelson to Colbeck. Colbeck inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Mathewitz outside the three-point line, takes a shot, and that one is good. Mathewitz drains a three-point shot. Jackrabbits 9 points, Bison 3, 7:19 left to go in the first quarter. It's Schulte for the Bison, who passes over to Simon. There's a shot there by the Bison, no good. Colbeck on the rebound. Torrey Nelson has it. Brooklyn Meyer inside towards the basket. Puts up a layup, no good. A little short. Bison on the rebound. It's Hamling. Hamling into Jackrabbit territory. Hamling turns around, passes out to Simon. Simon for three, and that one is good for the Bison. It's 9-6 now. Jackrabbits lead by 3. Byam passes into Colbeck, who takes it across half court for the Jackrabbits. Byam has it outside the three-point to Mathewitz. Colbeck and Byam and Nelson. Nelson inside to Brooklyn Meyer, puts up a layup for 2. Jackrabbits 11, Bison 6. 6:26 left in the first. Now it's Abby Schulte for the Bison, who passes to Hamling. Hamling gives to Evans. And Evans gives to Simon. And Simon to Kruwinski. And there's a three-point shot from Schulte, but that one's no good. Rebounded by Colbeck. Colbeck across half court for the Jackrabbits. Colbeck's shot gets blocked out of the air. And it was Hamling who blocked that pass. A whistle stops play. It's going to be Bison ball. And a foul on Ellie Colbeck. Conan passes in to Schulte for the Bison, and Schulte will take across half court as she passes over to Hamling. Hamling makes a couple spin moves, heads towards the basket, and puts up a 2-point shot for the Bison. It's going to be 11-8. Jackrabbits still ahead by 3. 5:42 left in the first. It's Jenna Hopp now for the Jackrabbits, who passes inside to Brooklyn Meyer, puts up a shot, and it goes in. It's going to be an and one for Brooklyn Meyer. Jackrabbits 13, Bison 8. 5:37 left in the first, and Brooklyn Meyer is on the free throw line. For one, Brooklyn Meyer. Myers is no good. First miss on a free throw for the Jackrabbits so far tonight. Schulte has it for the Bison. She heads in towards the basket, turns around, passes out to Conan. Conan has it for the Bison. Bison get it for Hamling. Ball is loose. Across the half-court line. They're going to call cross half-court.
Also coming in for the Bison, number 11, Heather Hamling, and number 3, Leah McKenzie.
So Torrey Nelson will throw in for the Jackrabbits after that whistle stop play. Nelson will pass into Paige Meyer. Gives to Jenna Hopp, who's in the center of the three-point line. Colbeck has it. Passes to the far side of the three-point line. That was Paige Meyer. Took that shot. No good. Bison have it. It's Conan inside quickly. And I believe there will be a foul assessed on the Jackrabbits. And that will be Ellie Colbeck's second foul. So Conan's on the line for the Bison. And the Bison will get a chance at 2 for free. Conan's first is good. Second one is no good. Paige Meyer quickly leaps in to get that rebound. And a whistle. And a foul on the Bison. So Nelson passes into Paige Meyer, who takes it across half court. In Bison territory is Nelson inside, passing outside to Hopp. Passing around. Jackrabbits, Paige Meyer takes it on the inside. Hopp for 3. No good. Rolled around the rim. Brooklyn Meyer gets the rebound. Jackrabbits may take possession, but it gets taken away by L. Evans. For the Bison, a whistle stops play again with 4:42 left in the first. Score is 13-9. Jackrabbits up by 4. So we're going to have a timeout now, and we will step away and be right back after this.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Women's basketball here in Frost Arena. The last game in Frost Arena, Jackrabbits had the ball there, and Brooklyn Meyer was able to put up a layup for 2 points, giving Jackrabbits 15 points over the Bison's 9. And the Bison now looking to answer after the timeout. It's L. Evans who passes to Hamlin. Hamlin gives inside to Draper, who puts up a shot. That one got blocked, but her second attempt was able to go in. So 2 points there for the Bison. 15-11. Jackrabbits up by 4. 4:09 left. Mathewitz for a 3-point shot is no good. A little long. Hit the rim. So the Bison on the rebound. It's Hamling now. Take it across half court. Hamling draws up a play. Communicates, heads towards the basket, turns around, and the defense leaves, and there's 2 points for the Bison, almost for free. And the Jackrabbits have 15, Bison at 13. 3:42 left, and Tori Nelson has it now for the Jackrabbits. Nelson gives inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Meyer, her hand gets hit on the shot, and there's a foul. That foul is going to be assessed on Heaven Hamling for the Bison. So Brooklyn Meyer will go on the line to shoot for the Jackrabbits. She'll get 2 shots here. Her first is no good. Long, hit the back of the rim. And Brooklyn's second shot. That one was short, hit the front of the rim. So both of those miss. Jackrabbits only lead by 2, 15-13. The Bison have it now. It's Schulte who gives over to Kowinski. Kowinski gives to Hamling. Hamling gave inside to Schulte, who puts up a shot for 2, and the Bison have tied it up at 15 points apiece. It's 3:10 left in the first. Paige Meyer takes across half court for the Jackrabbits into Bison territory. Gives out to Mathewitz outside the 3-point line. Jackrabbits passing around the 3-point line now. Back and forth. Mathewitz gets it. She shoots for 3 from the near side and drains it. There's another 3-point shot for Mathewitz. She has 5 points in total. Jackrabbits have 18 now over the Bison's 15. Bison looking to answer. It's Evans who gives to Schulte. Schulte loses control of the ball. Jenna hops on the floor, a whistle, and a foul assessed on Abby Schulte and the Bison. So Tori Nelson will be throwing in here to Paige Meyer with 2:36 left in the first. Jackrabbits leading by 3. Meyer gives to Nelson. Hop on the far side of the three-point line. Nelson in the center, Mathewitz on the near side. Paige Meyer in the center, three-point line, shoots, no good. Hit the right side of the rim. And Mackenzie for the Bison. Mackenzie coming into the game now for the first time. Mackenzie gives over to Taryn Hamling. Taryn Hamling gives to Elle Evans, who shoots a shot for 3, giving the Bison only a 2-point deficit with 43 seconds left in the first. Paige Meyer crossing half court for the Jackrabbits. She gives to Byam, who gives to Hop. Byam has it just inside the three-point line, and Byam gives outside again. And now it's Mathewitz who gives outside to Paige Meyer, who's at the center three-point line. Paige Meyer heads towards the basket with 6 seconds left on the shot clock and drains a layup for 2 more points for the Jackrabbits. Jackrabbits maintaining a lead with 15 seconds left in the first. Bison holding on till the last seconds here, 8 seconds left in the first. It's Elle Evans who has the ball. She passes outside to Simon. Simon takes a 3-point shot and makes it for the Bison, so they put 3 points on the board to end the first quarter. Jackrabbits 22, Bison close behind 21 points. We'll be right back after this. Keep listening to KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. It's Jackrabbit basketball here in Frost Arena, possibly for the last time. The Bison have the ball now. It's going to be Schulte who has it for the Bison. Schulte's going to pass inside to Draper, who passes back outside. Three-point line now. Conan has it inside for the Bison. Bison passing all over the place. They finally give to Elle Evans, who shoots for a three-point shot, giving the Bison the lead for the first time in this game, 24-22. They're up by 2 now, 9:25 left in the first half. Brooklyn Meyer has it now, turns around, takes a shot, and puts up 2 points on the board. So the Jacks and the Bison now tied at 24. Abby Schulte taking it across half court for the Bison. She gives over to Elle Evans. Elle Evans to Conan. Conan to Draper, and Draper gives to Schulte. Schulte able to put up a 2-point shot there. So Bison up again by 2, 26-24 is the score. 8:48 left in the first half. Paige Meyer has it for the Jackrabbits. She passes out to Mathewitz, who is lightly defended, and Mathewitz drains a 3-point shot for the Jackrabbits, giving them a 1-point lead. So again, Schulte has it for the Bison, and the Bison look to answer. It's Taryn Hamling, who loses control of the ball. Mathewitz on a breakaway shot. No good. Hop Mathewitz in a scuffle with Conan, and a jump ball is called. Mathewitz was defended there by L. Evans, but still on a breakaway. So again, a jump ball. And Brooklyn Meyer has it. Nelson, Biome, inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Brooklyn Meyer charges towards the basket and is able to put up a shot for 2 for the Jackrabbits. So 29-26 is our score. Jackrabbits up by 3. Bison have it now, and a shot there for 2 by L. Evans. 29-28. Bison in a 1-point deficit with 7:51 left in the first half. Ellie Colbeck has it now. Gives to Biome, and Nelson makes a deep pass across the court for Mathewitz. Mathewitz charges toward the basket. That one rolls across the rim, no good. Brooklyn Meyer on the rebound, able to put up a shot, and an and one for Brooklyn Meyer, her second of the day. Score now 31-28. Jackrabbits up by 3, and Brooklyn Meyer with a chance to make it 4. 7:39 left in the first half. And Meyer's shot is good. That one rolled around the rim, but decided to go in. So the Jackrabbits will lead us by 4. Again, it's Schulte for the Bison. Schulte heading towards the 3-point line, makes a move. Almost loses her balance in a whistle. So it will be Jackrabbit ball. It's going to be Tori Nelson passing into Ellie Colbeck. And Colbeck heading across half court now for the Jackrabbits. Colbeck and Nelson passing to each other outside the 3-point line on the far side and center. Mathewitz gets now on the near side of the 3-point. And it's Tori Nelson who will shoot for 3 on the far side, but that one will be no good. And it will be Bison ball. So Kruwinski will pass in to Abby Schulte, who will take it across half court once again for the Bison. And it's Graham for the Bison who heads towards, and there's a travel called on Abby Graham for the Bison. Bison having the trouble keeping their balance on the Jackrabbit side of the court. So Paige Meyer gets subbed in for Madison Mathewitz. And it is Meyer who will have the ball now for the Jackrabbits, taking across center court. Meyer has it, center 3-point line. And Paige Meyer takes a 3-point shot, and that one is drained for Paige Meyer. 3 points for the Jackrabbits. It's 35-28 now. Jackrabbits ahead, 6:37 left in the half. It's Evans. Evans takes a 3-point shot. That one's no good. Bounced off the rim and rebounded by Mesa Biome. Biome passes to Meyer quickly across the court, quickly into Brooklyn Meyer. That shot is blocked. And a whistle. And that penalty will be called on L. Evans, number 21 for the Bison. And that will give Brooklyn Meyer 2 for free. And Brooklyn Meyer, keep in mind, has 15 points so far on the night, not even into the second half. However, this will not add to it. The first one is missed. But that's why they made the second one. And here is that second shot for Brooklyn Meyer. That one's no good. That one was long. So McKenzie has it for the Bison. McKenzie into Graham. Quickly into Kowinski. Kowinski for 3. No good. Wide right. Brooklyn Meyer on the rebound. Pagemeyer on the rebound. Pagemeyer has it now. Gives to Colbeck, who gives to Nelson, who gives then to Brooklyn Meyer. Back out to Pagemeyer. And Mesa Biome has it in the corner 3 slot. He passes in to Brooklyn Meyer, who puts it up for 2. 2 more points for Brooklyn Meyer. It's 37-28. Jackrabbits are leading by 9. 5:45 left in the half. Heaven Hamling has it now, pivoting, passing out to Graham, who passes out to McKenzie. McKenzie heading inside towards the basket, and there's going to be a charge. And the refs having a powwow there. But it looks like a foul will be assessed on Pagemeyer, although it does look to be an offensive foul. Subs made, Jenna Hopp coming in for Brooklyn Meyer and Mathewitz coming in for Ellie Colbeck. So Leah McKenzie will shoot for 2 for the Bison. Leah McKenzie's first, no good, long. And the second is good. 5:35 left in the half, and it's Pagemeyer who has it for the Jackrabbits. Pagemeyer passes out to Mathewitz, who's on the near side of the three-point line. Passes in to Mesa Biome, who puts it up for 2, but no good. Rolled off the rim. And Heaven Hamling has it now for the Bison, who puts up a three-point shot from downtown. That one went in for the Bison. It's 37-32. Jackrabbits up by 5. 5:05 left in the half. Pagemeyer had a breakaway, no defenseman in front of her, but unable to put up a shot there. Went right over the basket. And Leah McKenzie has it now for the Bison, heading quickly inside, passing outside to Heaven Hamling. Heaven Hamling passes out to Kowinski, who put up a three-point shot, but that was no good. Rebounded by the Bison once again. So Heaven Hamling has it now outside the three-point line on the far side. She heads inside. She's on the free throw line right now, passing in to Draper, who almost lost control, but she's able to pass out to Kowinski, who puts it up for 3 points for the Bison. So it's 37-35 now, and the Jackrabbits only lead by 2. 4:20 left in the first half. Mesa Biome has it now for the Jackrabbits. She passes out to Pagemeyer, who passes all the way across the court for Mathewitz. Mathewitz for 3, almost wanted to go in, but didn't. And the Bison on the rebound. And it's Heaven Hamling once again who has it for the Bison in Jackrabbit territory. She heads straight for the basket, no good. Defenseman there and able to get a block on the pass. Mesa Biome and Tori Nelson able to grab the ball, so the Jackrabbits have it once again. No score there for the Bison. It's Pagemeyer, passes over to Tori Nelson, who gives to Biome, who's in the center of the three-point line now. Jenna Hopp has it, and now Pagemeyer. Pagemeyer heading inside. Passing inside to Mesa Biome, who was right under the basket. Mesa Biome able to put it up for 2. It's 39-35. Jackrabbits up. 3:26 left in the half. And it's Heaven Hamling once again outside the three-point line for the Bison. She gives to Abby Draper. Draper gives to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Draper. Draper inside towards the basket. She's able to put it up for 2. And it's 39-37 now. Jackrabbits up by a narrow 2-point lead. 3:05 left in the first half. Pagemeyer has it now, dancing around the three-point line. Mathewitz heading inside, almost losing control of the ball, but maintains it, and she's able to put it up for 2. That was Mathewitz for 2 points for the Jackrabbits. 41-37 now, and Jackrabbits lead by 4. And now we're on the other side of the court. Abby Graham has it for the Bison. She puts it up for 2 as well. Scoring frenzy out here on Frost Arena at the end of the first half. 2:36 left in that half. 41-39. Jackrabbits up by 2. It's Mesa Biome. Light defense there. Almost wanted to shoot for 3, but she didn't. And Pagemeyer has it now on the far side outside the three-point line. Meyer dancing, heading to inside towards the basket, and hits it off the foot of McKenzie. And we will have a timeout with 2:17 left in the first half, so we will step away, and we will be right back when play resumes on KSDJ.
Just texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Frost Arena. The last Frost Arena game, Jackrabbits had the ball. Pagemeyer tried to put one up, but that was no good. There's 2:13 left in the first half, and there's going to be a foul assessed on Abby Schulte. So Pagemeyer will shoot for 2 with 2:13 left in the half. Jackrabbits leading by 2. Pagemeyer's first is long, hit the back of the rim. And here's the second shot. That one also no good. Was short that time. Brooklyn Meyer able to get a rebound. And the Jackrabbits moving into position. Pagemeyer has it in the center. Brooklyn Meyer inside. And play is stopped with a whistle. So it'll be Abby Schulte who takes it across half court for the Bison. She gives to Graham. Graham dancing around the three-point line. Gives to Simon, who gives back to Graham. Graham inside to Conan. Conan turning around for 2, but no good. Brooklyn Meyer on the rebound. Pagemeyer makes a long pass out to Ellie Colbeck, who's set up on the far side of the three-point line. And now she gives to Jenna Hopp in the same position. Colbeck has it. Back outside to Hopp. And Brooklyn Meyer under the net, tries to put it up, no good, but a whistle. 1:29 left in the first half. Jackrabbits still up by 2. It's 41-39. So Brooklyn Meyer again, 2 for her. She's 1 for 6 on free throws so far. And she makes it 1 for 7. And here's the second shot. That one also no good. Brooklyn Meyer not feeling hot on the free throws, but she does have 17 points on the night so far. The Bison on the other side of the court put up 2 points, so we're going to be tied up at 41-41. 1:17 left in the game. It's Pagemeyer rallying in Bison territory for the Jackrabbits, giving to Jenna Hopp, who's on the near side of three-point line. Pagemeyer inside towards the basket, puts it up, and it's going to be an and one for Pagemeyer. It's 43-41. Jackrabbits up by 2. Once again, it's 1:06 left in the half now. So Pagemeyer's on the line. Her first shot is good. And by first I mean only shot, because that was an and one.
So the Bison on the rebound there. It's Heaven Hamling taking across half court. Hamling outside the three-point line, giving over to Ellie Evans. And a foul assessed on Brooklyn Meyer, her first foul of the night. So Elle Evans will throw in to Heaven Hamling. It's Kowinski. And it's Hamlin again for three. That was a good shot, a jump shot for Heaven Hamling for three for the Bison. Tied up at 44 points apiece, 37 and counting left in the first half. And it's Tori Nelson for three. That was no good, hit the rim, a whistle. And a foul assessed on the Bison's Taryn Hamling. So Jenna Hopp will get a chance at 2 points with 33.2 left in the first half. And Hopp will get a chance to give the Jackrabbits a lead. And she does. It'll be 45-44 now. Jackrabbits up by one, and Hopp has a second to go. And her second is good as well. So the Jackrabbits up by two now. 30 seconds and counting left in the half, and it's going to be Heaven Hamling taking it across the line for the Bison. Waiting around. There is 19 seconds left on the shot clock and a little bit more on the game clock. The Bison waiting. 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Hamling passing over to Evans. Evans for a shot is no good. There's 1 second left there. 1 second on the game clock. Pagemeyer, half-court shot, no good, but close. And our score of the half will be 46-44. Jackrabbits up by two. It's a good game, and we got another half to go here on KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson. Braden Byers next to me. We'll be right back after this.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners. Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Welcome back. It's our halftime show on KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson. Brandon Byers next to me. A game heating up here in Frost Arena, potentially the last game ever at Frost Arena, which will soon become First Bank and Trust Arena. Our score, 46-44. Jackrabbits up by 2. It's not the most the Jackrabbits have been up by, though. They were up by 9 points in the second, with 5:55 left to go. But that lead has been narrowed to a measly 2, which is NDSU's biggest lead of the night. So going over a couple game stats here, SDSU has held the lead for 16 minutes, 54 seconds of this half, and the Bison only sitting at 47 seconds of the lead time. Most of SDSU's points are coming from the paint inside. 24 of those points are, compared to the Bison's 14, so a 10-point difference there. Also, SDSU significantly doing better on second chance shots than NDSU, I think having more opportunities there as well. 11 of SDSU's points coming from second chance shots comparatively to NDSU's 5. Looking at shooting by period, South Dakota State struggling with free throws. They're 8 for 17, 47% make shots there comparatively to NDSU's 50%, but NDSU's only taken 4 of those, making 2. So SDSU having a lot more opportunities there on free throws, but again, missing a lot of those opportunities. Kind of contributing to that, Brooklyn Myers 1 for 8 on free throws so far throughout this game. But not to say that she's doing poorly. She has 17 points so far in total, and that's the most of any Jackrabbit on the court. But having a good night as well tonight is Madison Mathewitz. She has 13 total points so far, and she's 3 for 5 on 3-point shots, 4 for 8 on regular field goal attempts. Paige Meyer also having a quietly nice night with 8 points so far, 1 for 3 on 3-point shots, 3 for 8 regular field goals, and 1 for 3 on free throws. On the other side of the ball for North Dakota State, Heaven Hamling leads the team with points as 10 total, and she is 2 for 3 on 3-point shots. And Elle Evans has 8 points for the Bison, again with 2 out of 3 3-point shots. So looking at a couple events around, we had a game today, men's basketball, where the Jackrabbits were able to take a win over North Dakota State, 78-61, the final score there. Again, South Dakota State with a victory. And for baseball, South Dakota State played SIUE, and they were able to get a win by 7. It's 8-1 there. At other stats here, South Dakota State versus SEMO, 9-1 there. South Dakota State taking a win. And of course, South Dakota State having a little bit of a ball toss here at halftime. Almost got taken out there by a stray basketball. But that's okay. So softball is at number 14 ranked in the country, Arkansas. They'll be playing at 3 p.m. today, so coming up. And baseball playing again at SIUE at 3:30. And that will be the events around. And now we'll take another break while we wait for the players to come back for another half of women's basketball here on KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson. Braden Byers next to me. We'll be right back.
If I could be you.
And you could be me?
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Frost Arena. Potentially the last game ever played here at Frost Arena, soon becoming first rank in Trust Arena. We are here. There's about 5 minutes left until the players retake the court. And we will take a look at some scores around the conference for the Summit League here. So for North Dakota and South Dakota, they're playing right now. And it is 29-25 there. South Dakota leading by 4. Oral Roberts is playing Kansas City. It's halftime there as well. 45-30, Oral Roberts up. And at 4 o'clock today, St. Thomas will take on Denver. And as we look at the standings across the Summit League, South Dakota State, of course, ahead. North Dakota State in second. Oral Roberts has third there with a record of 10-5. But again, this game doesn't really matter too much. I mean, South Dakota State's at 15-0 here. North Dakota State at 13-2. So even if North Dakota State was able to win this game, it wouldn't shift the conference around too much. But again, still an interesting game, and it will look at some future potential playoff possibilities. For the top 25 in the nation, TCU is playing West Virginia right now. West Virginia ranked 24, and they are in the lead 53-41 currently over TCU. Washington's playing 18th ranked Utah, and Utah is currently down. They have 19 points to Washington's 27, and number 7 ranked USC is playing Arizona State, and Arizona State has 24 points comparatively to USC's 32. That has been some scores from around the nation, and we'll take another break and be right back after this.
Hey, wouldn't it be if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Just texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Frost Arena, where we're watching women's basketball here on KSDJ. Halftime is coming to a close, and both teams are on their benches talking about strategy for the next half of basketball. Jackrabbits currently up by up by 2, 46-44 is the score. Mathewitz with an impressive 13 points tonight, as well as Meyer leading the team with 17. Heaven Hamling leading the team for the Bison with a respectable 10 points there, and L. Evans has 8, of course. So halftime comes to a close, and we get ready for another exciting half of women's basketball here on KSDJ, and the first half has really been exciting. A lot of movement, a lot of aggression for both these teams in a rivalry matchup in the last time we'll be in Frost Arena by name. So both teams taking the court now. They put 10 more minutes back on the clock for third quarter basketball. And the Bison will start us off with the ball, and it's going to be Heaven Hamling with the ball now, heading quickly inside towards the basket. Defenseman Mathewitz is there. Hamling makes a couple moves, takes a shot, but that one's no good. Hit the rim twice. A whistle. And there's going to be a foul on Mathewitz, and Hamling will shoot for 2. So potential to tie up here. Hamling's first is good, so we're going to be at 46-45. And to tie the game, Hamling's second is also good, so tie game at 46 apiece. Only 10 minutes elapsed into the third quarter. 10 seconds elapsed into the third quarter. Paige Meyer has it now for the Jackrabbits, dancing around the three-point line. It's Mesa Biome inside, passing outside to Tori Nelson, who takes a shot, and Tori Nelson's shot is good. Jackrabbits regain the lead of 2. 48-46 is the score. 9:28 left in the third. Heaven Hamling has it for the Bison. She is passing outside there to, that was Taryn Hamling, who took a shot. That was no good. And Paige Meyer quickly towards the basket for the Jackrabbits. No good. takes out a cameraman. Pagemeyer coming in with some speed there. Everybody's okay. And a foul will be assessed on the Bison there, so Meyer will get 2 for free. 9:12 left in the third. Meyer's first is good. And Meyer's second, no good. So it's going to be 49-46. Jackrabbits up by 3. And looking to change that is L. Evans, who takes a shot for 3 and ties up the game at 49. 9 minutes left. Pagemeyer takes the ball across half court into Bison territory for the Jackrabbits. And Meyer passes over to Mathewitz. Mathewitz back to Pagemeyer. Mathewitz has it outside the three-point line wide, passes inside to Biome, passing back outside to Mathewitz for 3, and that one is good. Mathewitz on fire on those three-point shots tonight. 52-49 is our score. Jackrabbits up. 8:30 left in the third. It's Heaven Hamling passing out to Taryn Hamling, who's outside the three-point line for the Bison. And Heaven Hamling has it once again. Draper tried to screen there, but that's not going to be allowed. Foul there called on Draper for making contact. So Tori Nelson is going to pass into Pagemeyer, and Jackrabbits regain control. So Meyer looks at her options. Dances around the three-point line on the near side, passes to Mathewitz, who's center three-point line. Mathewitz inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Passes outside to Nelson, who's on the far side. Mathewitz at the center three-point line, passes to Pagemeyer on the near side three-point line. The three-point shot is wide, but Brooklyn Meyer's there on the rebound. She puts it up for 2. 54-49 is the score. Jackrabbits up by 5. Bison looking to change that. It's Abby Schulte who passes outside to Krasinski, who makes a three-point shot, but that's no good. And a whistle stop play again. So Marley Simon comes in for Abby Draper for the Bison. And Elle Evans has it for the Bison now. Passes to Schulte. Schulte holding the ball outside the three-point line. Passing into Heaven Hamling. Heaven Hamling out to Simon. Simon takes a shot for 2, no good. Bouncing off the shoe of Brooklyn Meyer, rolls out of bounds. And that will be called out of bounds on the Bison. So Nelson to pass in to Pagemeyer. And Pagemeyer sets up as she passes half court. 7:12 left in the third. Pagemeyer on the near side of the three-point line. Passing across to Mathewitz. Biome has it in the middle. Meyer takes a 2-point leaper shot. That one goes in. So 56-49 is our score now. Jackrabbits up by 7. Simon has it, loses control, out of bounds, whistle. Refs saying that the Jackrabbits hit it out, but changing their minds, and it will be Jackrabbit ball going the other way. Mathewitz to throw it in. Jackrabbits currently on a 7-0 run over the last minute and 55. And, of course, the Bison on a scoring drought for that time. Last 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Pagemeyer has it now for the Bison. 6:43 and counting left in the third quarter. Tori Nelson has it now on the near side of the three-point line. Passing inside to Brooklyn Meyer, but that's just out of her reach. Goes out of bounds. So Avery Conan will throw in for the Bison. She gives to Abby Schulte. Schulte looking at her options. Passes into Conan. Conan to Heaven Hamling. Heaven Hamling reaches around to try to put it in the basket, but that's no good. A whistle And a foul on Mesa Biome. So Hamling will have a shot at 2 for free. 6:20 left in the third. Score currently 56 Jackrabbits, 49 Bison. Hamling's first shot is good. She makes it a 6-point game. And her second is no good, so her score now sits at 56-50. Mesa Biome there getting the rebound. Paige Meyer has it. Meyer gives to Tori Nelson. Passes inside to Biome. Biome trying to move towards the basket. Running into trouble. And a long shot off the backboard, no good. And there is Abby Schulte on the rebound, heading towards the basket in Jackrabbit territory, passing outside to Elle Evans. Evans spin moves inside. Still in control of the ball. Passes outside to Avery Conan. Conan tries to drive inside, and a travel called on Conan. Nelson passes in to Paige Meyer. 5:45 and counting left in the third. Nelson has it quickly over to Mathewitz. Who gives to Hop on the other side of the court. Hop tries to get towards the basket, no good, but a foul on the Bison. It's going to be a foul on Elle Evans, and she'll be sent out of the game in favor of Abby Graham. So Jenna Hop on the free throw line now. Hop's first barely taps the front of the rim and doesn't go in. Second one also no good, so a wash there. No points for the Jackrabbits, still 56-50. Jackrabbits up by 6. It's Abby Schulte moving, making a spin move and shooting for 2. Able to get that one in. 56-52 now is the score. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. Paige Meyer passes over to Mathewitz. Now Jenna Hop has it on the far side. And Brooklyn Meyer has it on the inside, heading towards the basket. Brooklyn Meyer puts it up for 2. 2 points for Brooklyn Meyer and the Jackrabbits. It's 58-52 now. Jackrabbits still up by 6. 4:54 in counting. Heaven Hamlin takes a shot for 3 and drains it. Another nice shot from Heaven Hamlin. Very accurate. 4:44 left in the third. 58-55 is the score. Jackrabbits up by 3. Mathewitz has it in Bison territory. Passes inside to Brooklyn Meyer, who shoots for 2 and is able to get that one in for another 2-point shot for Brooklyn Meyer, starting to heat up now in the second. 60-55 is the score. Jackrabbits up by 5. Over 4 minutes left in the third. Pass intercepted by Paige Meyer, and she heads towards the basket, passing to Brooklyn Meyer, who gets inside towards the basket, and a foul called on Brooklyn Meyer after a flop, potentially. You know, I won't call it a flop, but it kind of looked like a flop. So a foul, and a timeout will be called. 4:12 left in the third. And the replay there, making the fans a little upset. But again, there's a foul assessed there. So we'll step away, and we'll be back right after this.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Frost Arena. I'm Ben Anderson for KSDJ. We're watching women's basketball. Score currently 60-55. Jackrabbits up by 5 with 4:12 left in the third quarter. So the Bison have the ball now after a foul, and it's Abby Schulte who will take it across half court. Schulte to Graham. Graham back to Schulte. Schulte gives to Heaven Hamling, who shoots for 3. Heaven Hamling's on fire with those 3-point shots for the Bison. 60-58 now. Jackrabbits lead by a narrow 2. It's 3:50 left in the third quarter. Heaven Hamling has 16 points on the night for the Bison. So a foul is called on Abby Draper for the Bison. And a couple substitutions made for the Bison here. So Jackrabbits throw it in. It's Paige Meyer. Meyer gives to Brooklyn Meyer, who uses her height. Paige Meyer inside towards the basket. And a whistle. So the Bison will now have possession. And it's Kowinski who passes in to Schulte. Schulte again to take it off across half court for the Bison. It's Heaven Hamling who has it again, and she gives to Kowinski. And Paige Meyer's on the ground, and a foul is going to be called on Abby Kowinski. So it's Jackrabbit ball. Nelson passes in to Paige Meyer, who's going to take it across half court for us. And Jenna Hopp has it. Quick passes here. Ellie Kolbeck on the near side outside the three-point line. Gives to Paige Meyer in the center of the three-point line. And around to Nelson, who gives across to Kolbeck. Kolbeck tries to head inside. Her shot gets tipped out of the air, but she regains control. Paige Meyer gets back set up in the center. And she's able to put up a nice two-pointer for the Jackrabbits. 62-58 is our score. Jackrabbits up by 4. 2:50 left in the third quarter. So the Bison have it now as the fans get loud. And it's Elle Evans who has it. She gives to Simon, who shoots for 3 wide left. No good. Kolbeck on the rebound. But a whistle, and the Bison are celebrating. And it's a foul on Jenna Hopp. So it's Abby Schulte to throw it in from out of bounds. She gives to Elle Evans. Elle Evans is in the center of the three-point line. One Bison's on the ground. That's Heaven Hamling. No whistle. Simon pass gets blocked by Brooklyn Meyer, but ends up back in Simon's hands. She takes a shot, and that's no good. Brooklyn Meyer on the rebound. Paige Meyer has it now. Paige Meyer heading towards the basket, and she puts it up for 2. 64-58 with 2:09 left in the third quarter as the fans start to stand here in Frost Arena. The Jackrabbits up by 6. Things start to calm down as we are in a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be right back after this as this third quarter starts to heat up here in Frost Arena. We'll be right back.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that catch-up.
Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Frost Arena. It's women's basketball here on KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson. The Bison have the ball now. It's Kruinski who's going to pass in to Schulte. Schulte has it. She passes to Simon. Simon has it, moving inside. And she gives to Elle Evans, who tries to make a step-back shot for 2, but that's no good. Rebounded by Tori Nelson there and the Jackrabbits. So Paige Meyer has it now into Bison territory. Tori Nelson tries to make a pass, but is batted out of the air by Elle Evans, but that flies out of bounds. So Paige Meyer walks over, throw it in Bison territory. Colbeck makes a couple moves and is able to get it. Colbeck passes to Hop, who gives to Paige Meyer, who's on the far side outside the three-point line. She moves in towards the free throw line. And it's Tori Nelson now who has it, making a couple spin moves and she's unable to put up a shot, and a whistle finally blows. Tori Nelson getting a lot of contact there in towards the basket. So Paige Meyer walks over to throw it in once again. 1:32 left in this third quarter. Jenna Hop gets the ball hit out of her hand there by Elle Evans, and it's going to be out on the Bison once again. So Tori Nelson over to throw it in. She throws into Mathewitz. Mathewitz around half court. She gives to Byam, who's center outside the three-point line. Back to Mathewitz. Mathewitz moving inside, gives out to Colbeck. Colbeck outside the three-point line. She shoots, and that's good for Ellie Colbeck with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and the Jackrabbits have a lead, 67-58, and it's 1 minute left in the third quarter. Bison have it. It's Elle Evans who shoots for 2. That was wide right, airballed it. So Colbeck has it now for South Dakota State. She's on the SD logo. She gives to Bio, who gives to Nelson. Nelson makes a stutter step, whistle, and the Bison will gain possession. So Bison have it. Schulte, who walks into Jack's territory with 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Elle Evans, now Krasinski. Now Simon. Simon inside towards the basket, gives to Elle Evans outside, and she shoots for 2, no good. Elle tried to get inside for the rebound there, but no good. That flew out of bounds. And Elle Evans showing some motion now for the Bison. 24.1 left in the third quarter. Her score is 67-58. Jackrabbits ahead. So Nelson passes in to Paige Meyer. And Meyer now into Bison territory. Watching the clock wind down. Around 10 seconds left now. Paige Meyer makes a move. Mathewitz has it now. Now Nelson heading towards the basket. 3 seconds left in the game clock. Colbeck shoots, and the ball gets stuck in the corner of the basket, and it's hanging there now with 0.2 seconds left in the third quarter. Interesting. So the refs release the ball from its prison up on the backboard. And according to our computer, the third quarter is at 0 seconds, but the game clock at 0.2. And third quarter's over. So, third quarter score is 67-58. Jackrabbits up by 9 points heading into the fourth and final quarter of this game. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
If I could be you.
And you could be me?
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back. It's KSDJ. I'm Ben Anderson. Braden Byers next to me. It's women's basketball here in Frost Arena. Bison have the ball, and it's Abby Schulte who passes to Elle Evans. And now it's Abby Draper who's outside the three-point line in the middle. Elle Evans heads towards the basket. Her shot is no good. And a foul is going to be assessed against Mathowitz here, so Elle Evans will be shooting for 2. Her first is good. And her second is also good, so it's going to be 67-60. Jackrabbits up by 7, 9:42 and counting left in the game. Paige Meyer passes to Colbeck. Colbeck back to Meyer. Meyer to Mathowitz on the near side outside the three-point line. Passes inside to Brooklyn Meyer, who puts it up for 2, and it's another and 1 for Brooklyn Meyer, her third of the game. Scores 69-60 now, with 9:32 left in the game. Brooklyn Meyer with the shot. That one's no good. Brooklyn Meyer struggling with those free throws today. And the Bison quickly on the other side, heading towards Jack's territory. Kevin Hamling making a couple spin moves under the basket, turns around and shoots, makes that for 2. 69-62. Jackrabbits still ahead. Just over 9 minutes left in the game. Paige Meyer has it now, center outside the three-point line, passes to Byam on the far side, outside. Brooklyn Meyer has it now on the inside, making a couple spin moves. In towards the basket, makes a shot no good, rolled around the rim. And there's Elle Evans for the Bison, who's making moves towards the basket. Passes outside to Heaven Hamling. Hamling, quick feet, inside towards the basket. Her shot doesn't get high enough, no good. And did it stay in bounds? Went out on the Bison, so Jackrabbits have possession. Tori Nelson comes in the game now. So Paige Meyer has it for the Jackrabbits. She moves quickly towards the basket. Gets stopped by the defense, passes outside to Byam on the far side, outside the three-point line. Mathewitz has it now in the center, and Nelson's on our near side. Nelson inside towards the basket. Makes a couple moves and a whistle. So, Bison ball. It's going to be Avery Conan to throw it in to Abby Schulte. 8:28 and counting left in the game. 69-62 is our score. Jackrabbits ahead. Elle Evans has it. She gives to Hamlin. Evans takes a three-point shot, and it's good. And there's going to be a foul on Mathewitz, so it's going to be and one after a three-point shot for Elle Evans. So bring big point swing here, potentially, for the Bison. And that shot is good, so it's going to be 69-66. Jackrabbits only up by 3 now, 8:15 and counting left in the game. Byam has it for the Jackrabbits. She tries to get it in towards Nelson, but some contact there from Elle Evans and the Bison, and a whistle. So Abby Graham comes in for Elle Evans. Meyer to throw it in. She finds Tori Nelson, who gives inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Brooklyn Meyer heading towards the basket. Spin move over the basket. No good. 69-66 still. Jackrabbits up by 3. Just under 8 minutes left to go. It's Conan. Gives back outside the three-point line to Heaven Hamling. Paige Meyer on the defense. Gets screened. And Heaven Hamling gets locked up by the defense. She makes a spin move, tries to shoot, but no good. Brooklyn Meyer on a rebound there. 7:30 left in the game. And Paige Meyer makes a move towards the basket. She puts it up, and it bounces in for 2. And it's 71-66. Jackrabbits now ahead by 5. Just over 17 minutes left in the game. It's Graham for the Bison, heading towards the basket. Shot no good, and Nelson on the rebound. Jackrabbits have it once again, commanding now this last quarter of basketball. Paige Meyer quickly towards the basket, gets trapped by the defense. And Paige Meyer's on the ground now. And a foul going to be called on Avery Conan. And Conan's going to come out of the game, and Krasinski's going to replace her. So Paige Meyer walks out to throw it in to one of her teammates here. We'll see. And she gives to Brooklyn Meyer, but Brooklyn Meyer's not able to get her hands on that pass, and it rolls out of bounds. So Bison now in possession. So Abby Schulte has it for the Bison. Going across half court. A lot of passing going on for the Bison. It's Simon who has it now. Gives out to Graham. Graham into Simon. Simon for 2, and that's good for the Bison. 71-68 is the score. Jackrabbits only up by 3. 6.5 left to go. Colbeck has it for the Jackrabbits. Mathewitz outside the three-point line, inside to Brooklyn Meyer, inside to Nelson, who puts it up for 2, expanding the Jackrabbit lead, 73-68. Just over 6 minutes now left to go. And it's Heaven Hamling who gives to Graham. Graham in over to Simon, who's outside the three-point line in the center. Gives over to Graham, who's in the same position. And all the way over to Heaven Hamling. Hamling heading towards the basket. And a layup for 2 for the Bison. Now it's 73-70. Jackrabbits only up by 3. 5:48 left in the game. Paige Meyer has it for the Jackrabbits. Gives to Colbeck. Colbeck over to Paige Meyer, who's outside the three-point line on the near side, all the way across to Mathewitz on the far side.
Mathowitz inside to Brooklyn Meyer. Heading towards the basket, puts it up for two, another and one for Brooklyn Meyer, her 4th and 1 of the game. And it is Brooklyn Meyer has a double-double for this game, and it's her 9th of the season. And now again, Brooklyn Meyer to shoot. She's 1 for 9 on free throws so far. She has 10 rebounds this game and 27 points for the team. And another missed free throw there. Mathowitz able to get the rebound. Jackrabbit still in control. Pagemeyer has it now on the SD logo. Mathowitz over to Colbeck. And Colbeck gives to Nelson, who gives to inside to Brooklyn Meyer, who's able to put up a layup for two. 77-70 is the score here in Frost Arena. Jackrabbits up by 7, under 5 minutes left to play. Graham has it. Graham's pass gets intercepted by Pagemeyer. Pagemeyer on a breakaway, puts up a layup for 2 points. (79-70) is the score. The Jackrabbits dominating late in this 4th quarter. They're on a 6-0 run over the last 44 seconds. We have 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to play in this game. We'll step away and be right back after this.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. Frost Arena. I'm Ben Anderson. Braden Byers next to me. It's women's basketball. Under 5 minutes left to play. The Bison have possession. Draper has it now inside the three-point line. She gives to L. Evans. Evans making a couple spin moves on Mesa Biome. Puts up a shot. No good. A whistle. And a foul is going to be assessed on Mesa Biome. It will be a shooting foul, so L. Evans has a chance at 2 to narrow the Jackrabbits' lead, which stands at 9 points. L's first shot is good. And her second is also synced. And it's 79-72. Jackrabbits up. 4:28 left to go in the game. Mesa Biome has it now for the Jackrabbits. She gives to Mathowitz. Mathowitz to Meyer. Meyer heading inside towards the basket. Gets caught up, passes outside to Mathowitz. Mathowitz back outside to Meyer, who's on the near side outside three-point line. She heads in towards the basket, turns around and shoots for 2. 81-72 is the score. Just over 4 minutes left to play. Gruinski has it for the Bison, and she gives to Draper. Draper gives to L. Evans. Evans to Heaven Hamlin. Hamlin inside to Draper, whose shot bounces off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Mathewitz, and now Meyer has it. Meyer's standing on the SD logo. Looking at her options, she gives to Nelson, who gives to Mathewitz. Mathewitz tries to pass in towards Nelson, but that one goes off the fingertips of Heaven Hamling. Meyer comes in for Biome. 3:28 left to play. 81-72, Jackrabbits ahead. Passing around now, the Jackrabbits. Brooklyn Meyer ends up with it inside the three-point line. And a pass batted out of the air by Abby Draper. And the Bison now in possession. Heaven Hamling has it outside the three-point line in center. She shoots, and no good. Almost rebounded there by the Bison, but Tori Nelson gets a hold of it. Colbeck has it now for the Jackrabbits. Just under 3 minutes to play, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Paige Meyer holding near half court. Now down to 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Paige Meyer loses control of the ball, and the Bison have it. So it's Heaven Hamling for the Bison in Jackrabbit territory. She heads towards the basket and tries to put up a layup, no good, really short. And Draper's on the ground for the Bison, but no whistle. Paige Meyer has it now. She heads towards the basket, puts it up for two. Just over 2 minutes left in the game. 83-72 is the score. Jackrabbits lead us by 11. Both teams now near their benches. The Bison trying to figure out how they can bring this thing back. When the Jacks have one of their largest leads of the game, and the Bison sit on a scoring drought over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Leading the Jackrabbits are the two Meyers. Brooklyn Meyer with 29 points of the night with 10 rebounds, making that double-double, and Paige Meyer with 23 points tonight. So the Bison maintain possession, and Abby Schulte has it outside the three-point line in Jack's territory. Her pass is intercepted by Ellie Colbeck, and the Jackrabbits now have it with under 2 minutes left to go. It's Mathewitz to Paige Meyer, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Meyer waiting. Meyer getting into trouble here, passes to Colbeck. And Meyer all the way across to Mathewitz, who's lightly defended. She shoots for three and drains it. Another three-point shot for Mathewitz. Makes her fifth. 86-72 is the score. Under a minute and a half, it's Heaven Hamling shooting for three now. No good. Rebounded by Elle Evans. Her shot's no good. And Tori Nelson finally brings it down for the Jackrabbits. Just over a minute left to play. Tori Nelson has 5 rebounds so far, now making it 6 after that one. A whistle blows as Paige Meyer was heading towards the basket. And there's going to be a foul on Heaven Hamling. And the Bison, as they try to stop the clock. A minute and 5 left in the game. 86-72 is the score. Jackrabbits up, and Brooklyn Meyer gets to shoot for two. Paige Meyer's first, no good. And Paige Meyer for the second shot is good. So that extends the Jackrabbits lead. It's 87-72 now. And we fall under a minute left of playing time. Heaven Hamling has it for the Bison. And she gives outside to Elle Evans, who gives inside to Kruinski, who gets it in for two. Now 87-74, and now we fall under 50 seconds of play time, and Paige Meyer slowly brings it across half court. And we have 20 seconds on the shot clock and 40 seconds on the game clock. Just waiting. Paige Meyer moving with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, loses control of the ball, but Mathewitz ends up with it. Mathewitz for two, and Mathewitz putting icing on the cake here in Frost Arena. 2 more points for her. It's 89-74. 20 seconds left in the game. Bison in control of the ball. Elle Evans passing outside to Heaven Hamley. Passes inside to Simon. Simon for 2, but that's no good. And the rebound also flies out of bounds with a whistle. 7.6 left in the game. 89-74. Tori Nelson comes out of the game as a senior, and she's replaced by Jenna Hopp. Elle Evans tries to shoot for 3 for the Bison. That's no good. Brooklyn Meyer gets her hands on it on the rebound, and the time ticks to 0. The Jackrabbits come away with a victory, 89-74 over the Bison. Brooklyn Meyer with a double-double, 29 points total with 11 rebounds, her 9th double-double of the season. And marking this win means the Jackrabbits have gone undefeated so far this season. It's their 2nd consecutive unbeaten league season and 46 straight conference wins over the last 3 seasons. An impressive showing by the Jackrabbits tonight. Of course, fighting through all the injuries throughout the season, but still able to come away with an unbeaten league season. An unbelievable accomplishment, and now the Jackrabbits head to the Summit League Championships, which will be in Sioux Falls from March 8th to whenever the Jackrabbits either lose or win. So this is the last game ever that will be played in Frost Arena, and it will soon become First Bank and Trust Arena after this season. So we'll step away. We'll be right back with the post-game show here on KSDJ.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners. Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Welcome back to Frost Arena. I'm Ben Anderson. Britton Byers next to me. This is KSDJ Jackrabbit women's basketball. Jackrabbits coming away with a victory tonight on the last game of the regular season, 89-74 over the Bison, a longtime rival of this school, and that will mark the second consecutive unbeaten league season for the Jackrabbits. 46 straight conference wins. An unbelievable record, one to be trifled with next season, but it's not over for the Jackrabbits going into postseason very, very soon. But let's take a look at a couple stats from this game, starting with the overall game stats. South Dakota State University had their biggest lead in the fourth with 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. That was a 15-point lead. And the NDSU Bison only led once throughout the entire game. That was in the second period with 9 minutes, 36 seconds left to go, and that was only by 2. And they only led the game for 47 seconds. The Jackrabbits leading for the rest. Jackrabbits had a lot more scoring from the paint than the Bison. That made the difference. 48 points for SDSU in the paint and 20 for the Bison. They also had way more second chances, way more rebounds, and that made a difference. 20 points for SDSU in the second chance and 5 for the Bison. The Jackrabbits also had way more fast breaks than the Bison, breaking away from their defense multiple times. They had 5 points on fast breaks, NDSU having 1. NDSU also slowed down considerably scoring-wise in the third and fourth, only scoring 14 in the third and 16 in the fourth, comparatively to their first two quarters with 21 and 23 respectively, and that really hurt them overall in the long run. Free throw wise for the Jackrabbits, actually not getting better in the second half ratio wise. They're 10 for 25 throughout this game compared to the Bison's 10 for 13, but again, the Jackrabbits having way more opportunities. Both teams getting 10 free throw points this game. Looking at the players for the Bison, Heaven Hamling leading the team with points with 23 overall. She was 4 for 7 on three-point attempts. And Elle Evans with 19 total points for the team. She was 4 for 6 on three-point attempts and 5 for 5 on free throws. Looking at South Dakota State, you have to talk about Brooklyn Meyer. Of course, another double-double for Brooklyn Meyer, 9th of the season. And she got that from her 29 total points and 11 rebounds tonight. One blemish on Brooklyn's record for tonight was she was 1 for 10 on those free throw attempts, contributing largely to that bad record. Otherwise, an excellent night for Brooklyn Meyer. Moving on to the other Meyer, Paige Meyer, 24 points tonight for her, and she was 10 for 16 on field goal attempts, comparatively to the first half of the game where Paige Meyer only had 8 points, tripling that into the second half. Another person having a wonderful night tonight was Madison Mathewitz. 21 points overall, and she was 5 for 7 on 3-point attempts, largely contributing to a lot of fuel that influenced the second half of this game. So, looking at some scores from around the conference, South Dakota beat North Dakota tonight, 65-54. Oral Roberts took a victory over Kansas City, 94-56 in a blowout. And, of course, this game, South Dakota State beating North Dakota State, 89-74. And looking at the conference records, South Dakota State will remain on top. They're 16-0, and the Bison fall to 13-3, but they remain in second place. For the country's top scores in the top 75, 13th ranked Colorado is playing Washington State, and they're currently down by 6 points with 22 seconds left to go in the fourth. 11th ranked Oregon State defeated California 79-58 today. And 13th ranked Kansas State beat Texas Tech 73-49. And, of course, coming in to playoffs in the Summit League Championship, the Jackrabbits will have the number 1 seed, and they will play in Game 3 on Saturday, March 9th at 3 p.m. That's for women's basketball. Moving over to the men's side, the Jackrabbits also have the number 1 seed for the men's game, and they will play in Game 2 on Saturday, March 9th at 6 p.m. And this has been the game. It was an interesting game, of course. It meant a lot to the seniors here who had their last game in Frost Arena, and it also meant a lot to the fans and everyone who's watched this stadium grow. Of course, Braden crying over here in tears, having to watch this precious, precious building get remodeled. I'm excited. I've only been here for 1 year. I had no emotional attachment to this building. I'm excited for the fancy new things that are to be going in here. But again, the last game ever to be played in Frost Arena, and it surely was a good one. I've been Ben Anderson. Braden Byers next to me. Tune in next time to KSTJ for the playoff game, and we'll be back when we're back. See you later.